Hey guys, Justin again with part 7 of the MECHANICORE ZERSTÖRE or the MECHANICORE Cassis 1/100 scale work in progress series. In part 7 we are going to cover the chest. The chest unit is pretty much this. That's really all there is to it. There's a couple other pieces that don't like to stay fit or stay put. I've already put stress on the plastic. You can very clearly see that. Wow. Not a big deal. The additional pieces that go on and connect the chest together are right here, with the exception of this thing that needs to get plugged back in. That's just a detail piece that goes in the bottom here. So that's the main chest unit. This locks the arms into place. This locks that piece into place. This is a neck piece, and this is just some random detail piece. And then there are the chest vents, and those really stupid looking things in the chest. I don't like these. They look really stupid, but whatever. And these, I say plug, but they very loosely fit into the chest, like so, and they fall out without any effort whatsoever. But like I mentioned, the chest unit locks the arms into place, so I cannot finish this segment until I've fully swapped out the hands, and that means I have to get the other wrist unit to stay as snug as this one, essentially. This one works just fine. It works great, actually. I'm incredibly happy with the way that it's working. This one is proving to be a little more difficult. I just put a third layer of super glue on it. You can't really see it, but I'm basically just building the surface with glue so that I can essentially so the wrist will grab onto it. Basically, it's just a smaller peg, so it sits loosely inside. Super glue will make it so it contacts better, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing really scientific or fancy about it. It's just a really basic modeling technique. I think most people know about it. So I've got one hand fully prepped. I'm ready to peg this up and paint it, and then bend the fingers, and then paint it again, and then make sure all that's all squared away. Hand plates need to be repainted. These are going to be done again in the dark gray, so I will paint those when I paint the vents. I'm going to hold off on painting the metallics for this until I'm ready to paint the arm, because the peg has to be repainted. Otherwise the little wrist peg will be gray, like plastic gray, and everything else will be metallic, and that won't look right. And I don't think my client would be too pleased if I left a bunch of like obviously unpainted pieces visible on the kit. I don't think he would have too much of a problem if those were completely internal, but they are not completely internal. One other thing I've done before I go on to the next part of this, I've figured out the LEDs and I've got them running. Let's see if I can get that to cooperate. Cut off this light, and these guys can kick some serious light out. Like, they look really nice, really nice. My batteries came in. I'm really happy. I will try to shoot a separate video for the LED units. It's hard to do because I've done all the LEDs up already, so I don't mind burning an LED or two for you guys, so you guys can see how this works and how they function. Just know that the LEDs included in the box are a little bit different. They work just the same, it's just the process will be slightly different for those of you who have bought this kit. But again, not difficult to the point where you're going to have to look deep into it. It's just a different size LED. That's really the only difference. So I will be back. We will talk about the painted pieces, and we will look at what everything looks like. Then we'll put it all together, and we'll probably just put it all together. That way I don't have to worry about it too much. But it'll all be put together, and you can see what it looks like, and then I guess we can go over some other stuff before we go to the next part. So I'll see you guys in a minute. There it is, standing tall, standing mighty. I got the new arms fitted on, and the wrists are not super wobbly and loose like they were before. These fingers work a lot nicer than these ones. These really sucked. So I'm gonna recommend anybody who buys this and has any trouble with their hands just to get a pair of G-System, like 1 to 60 hands or 1 to 100 hands if they're available. Unless they feel like doing any sort of necessary modifications to fit like Bandai hands to this kit, which I don't think would be easy per se. But look at that, I'm way beyond halfway, and I'm really happy with where I'm at. I went and peeked ahead a little bit of the instructions. So the next thing we're going to be putting together is the wing binders. Following that is the backpack unit with the thrusters. So the thrusters are going to be on the not the next whip, but the one after that. The next whip will be the wing binders, so you guys can see those. They won't be attached. But the one after that, you put the backpack together, and then you put like the whole chest armor together. So all this will be armored up by the next video, or not the next, whatever. You get what I'm saying. And then after that is the head, and then I believe is the shoulders. And that's when things start getting less fun, because then I gotta do skirt armor. I might actually go ahead and skip ahead and do skirt armor here soon, just so I can get it done. But I'm getting closer and closer to the finish line. I think maybe another week or two, and this thing will be finished if I can stay on it. I've really not been enjoying it, but I am glad that I'm doing it because it is a really nice involved project, and it does kind of serve as a bit of a reminder to how easy I've got it working with Bandai plastic and things like that. I do really like the photo etch. I really like the decals, and I really like the detail, but this frame sucks. God, it sucks. So I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you guys stick around to see this thing through to completion. I'm glad that I'm doing this. It's taking me out of my comfort zone once again, and I haven't done that in a while. So for those of you who are just now joining, this is where the beast stands. I can't believe I was allowed to do custom colors on this thing the way that I've been doing them. So a big thank you to my client. You are the man. I really appreciate this opportunity. God, I'm so close to being done. I mean, there's so much more to do, but I'm so close to being done. So we're gonna go ahead and get back to knocking this thing out. So I will see you all with the next video. Thank you. Later.